Oh, hey folks, I only have 15 minutes, so let's move this along. I'm going to go ahead and take you to Bitcoin, and then we're going to go to JM Bullion, the Dow, and then we're into the news. $38,025 for Bitcoin. Now we will go to JM Bullion, and we'll find out where the precious metals are, and then we'll do a quick Dow check. Silver down 22 cents to $25.31. Gold down $10 to $18.08. Okay, now we will go to the Dow and find out what the Dow is doing. And then we're off because I think it's it's 10 o'clock right now, okay? Up 168 points to 34,960. Okay, now straight into the news. Folks, I may not be able to do the news for too much longer because I will have to do something else because I'm terrified of it. I don't like what I see happening, and I don't need to be reading it every day. It's that bad now. So I'll do the best I can with this, but no promises, because this is getting more and more preposterous and dangerous every hour, practically every hour. It's not even every day, every hour it continues to degenerate into Nazi Germany, 1938 style. Pentagon to announce jab requirements for active duty forces. NYC launches own health passport. Boston mayor compares mandate to slavery. That was the black girl that I did over there, who, if you watch the video that I just cut a few videos ago, it was only from last night, she's laying the groundwork for whatever you have to do as a business owner. It's the next step. Right now, they do not have the power to get people to start manhandling people and punching them and getting posses together, but that's what she's laying the groundwork for, and it will soon become very, very imaginable indeed. Do you understand, folks? I know a lot of you don't want to see this. You don't want to admit it. This is what listen to the woman's voice. We need papers? Why should we even ask people for papers if they come here from another country? This is what this girl is running down. This is Bolshevism. It's too complicated for me to explain it to you people. It's so puzzling to me that the P, even with a pea brain, you should be able to understand it. Yeah, people don't. So it's going to deteriorate, okay? Google fires dozens of employees for data misuse. Well, that's a real surprise, isn't it? Talking about people that want to get involved with manipulating things, the Bolsheviks, right? Mexico sues American gunmaker over cartel crime. Update, crash kills 10 in van carrying migrants. Okay, now, for those of you who did not understand my reference to Governor Squishface, there he is, okay? Now, am I wrong? Or is that Governor Squishface? I mean, can you think of a more accurate description for this man? He has to do something, and all he wants to do is do these talkies with these symposiums and everything and these get-togethers about how things are going to start getting bad. They're already bad, Squish. They're already bad. Maybe we should start calling him Squidward. Maybe that might be it. He kind of does look a little bit like Squidward there. That's for all my SpongeBob people. Okay, shock poll. DeSantis falls behind Charlie Crist. You know, the guy who was 61 years old and lived with his mother until he was 61 years old. He lived with his mother very happily. Of course, he was gay and didn't want to come out and had a sham marriage to a pretty woman who we already knew about this, but we won't get into it. But it's not my flights of fancy. That's exactly what was happening. And that was back in, 2006? 2007, and then he finally decided to come clean and admit all of it. It's all nonsense. Anyways, okay, Florida hospitals fighting to get oxygen. Clashes with White House. Some school districts push ahead with mask mandates, defying threat to cut funds. Okay. Infrastructure bill to require alcohol monitors for all new cars for all you drunks out there. Left wing complicates Pelosi's calculus. Don't even want to get into it. American stars fail to earn stripes in more athletic woes because they're more interested in making a big commercial for the new dynamic of whatever the political dynamic is. That's far more important than taking a gold medal or a bronze medal or recognition or anything else. The most important thing is what they've been hammering into you, which is why that's my guess as to why that girl that quit and said she had too much pressure. That's how are you supposed to deal with that as an athlete? You got to deal with all of this activism, and then you got to go and you got to perform. I don't blame the woman, but I blame her for the fact that she's putting up with it and she's part of it. So, of course, it puts a lot of pressure on these people. Of course, and they're young people, most of them, aren't they? Virtually all of them are very young people. How do you deal with it? How do you deal? Should you smile when you get the award? Or is that going along with the enemy? It's just like fucking ridiculous at this point. It's fucking ridiculous. Carl Lewis slams track team as embarrassment. He may be right. It may be that the most important thing is that you have the right dynamic for your thinking about how it's not important only to make sure that you get the right message out on a global level. That's the most important thing, not your performance. Or, you know what I mean? That's probably what it is, folks. And it would fit with Bolshevism because in Bolshevism, they don't want anybody to be better than the next. What's the point? You're selfish. Trying to be better than everyone else. Okay. The dystopian quarantines that crushed Olympic dreams. It's what you mindless idiots want all over the globe, so enjoy it. Okay? Veterinarian pleads guilty to making animal torture porn. Are you kidding me? Animal torture porn. Really? Really? You know what? I hate to say that I'm a lefty, but I have to agree with that. If you've got that and you're doing that to animals, you know, there is something seriously wrong with you, and there's something seriously wrong with you. Now, does that mean that I want to see the guy prosecuted for trying to kill the, what the hell was that thing? The reptile in the backyard that are taking over Florida, by the way? There's thousands of them every fucking mile. There's thousands of those bastards all over. The last real cold freeze killed most of them, and they're back again and taking over everything. The guy who was trying to kill it, and he's now being charged with felony animal abuse. So we have to figure things out here, folks. Somebody with a brain needs to be stepping in, because as far as I know, a month ago, they were proceeding with the prosecution of this guy. And he had a lawyer. Wealthy renouncing American citizenship may not help, because you've got other places, although, you know, you have to do your homework, but like Hungary might be a good place to go because they're not putting up with it. They're not putting up with all this new agenda. Nothing. So, yeah, I can understand it. I can understand this. It says that they want him gone. The majority of all the people here in Congress want Comrade Cuomo to go. He's a dumb guinea. Do you understand? If you want to know what he is, he's a dumb guinea, okay? He has the genes of a dumb guinea. In other words, he ain't going to be going around there playing with little boys. You understand? That's not the genes that dumb guineas carry. They carry the idea that they're real attractive to women, and it's a great honor to have their advances, okay? I won't get into it. I'll just get into trouble here, okay? But you know I'm right. Update, $5,800 bottle of Japanese whiskey given to Pompeo, missing, who cares? Sturgis bike rally revs back bigger despite scam variant. Offspring drummer dropped from band for refusing the jab. Okay? It means nothing that the man played with you for 25 years. Just fire him. Do a press release. Try to make it at least something. No, just fire him. What's 25 years, 30 years, whatever it is, right? No big deal. You have your political agenda now to fulfill. And it's guised as you being a really good person. And you have to do this. All those people are stupid. So we have to make sure we do this. They're all stupid people. You don't want to do it. You don't want to get it. You don't want to get the job. They're all stupid people. And they're starting to be real bad people, too. We have to do something about it. Texas hospitals request for emergency staff denied as admissions quadruple. Well, maybe they won't be able to take their summer vacation. Oh, my God. We got to do something about this. The nursing staff must. They are superheroes, but how much of a superhero can you be when you can't get out there to your... You know, folks, over here on a place called Johnson Street, we have a hospital here called Memorial. That's where all the superheroes are, quote, superheroes. These fucking people are so goddamn stupid that I'm not making this up. I'll get video of it one of these days. They have to put a fucking police car there 14 hours a day because at 6:30, which I went by there today, at 6:30 in the morning, it had just started up. Why? Because they're such poor drivers and so narcissistic that they'll pull out right in front of you and get into an accident within 15 minutes if they don't have a fucking cop there with his lights flashing. And even with that, they still get into accidents because they're so self-centered and thinking about themselves. It's unbelievable. I saw it again this morning. They're so dim-witted. Alarmed Louisiana residents turn to jabs in darkest days of scam. Bill Gates says he regrets the time he spent with Epstein. Oh, well, no biggie. No biggie. Epstein's a good guy. Melbourne plunges back into lockdown week after leaving it. That's right. Don't worry about it. You're all free. You understand? Don't listen to us when we say that you've lost your freedom. It's just a week, or it's just a month, or it's just 6 months, or whatever it is. You're free. Don't worry about it. Okay? You're all free. China seals city as worst outbreak in year grows. Tokyo logs record 5,042 cases. I wonder if they're all dead. Cuba dumping corpses in backyards. Oh my God. Google mogul Larry Page allowed into New Zealand despite closed border. FAA asks airports to monitor passenger alcohol intake, citing unruly behavior. Remember I told you we were going to start having captains? Like, barrio captains in the Philippines? There's going to start to be barrio captains. They're going to want to know what you're doing. A little bit of oversight isn't a bad thing, okay? Mayhem for travel as summer turns into hot mess. Spirit cancels most flights amid days-long disruption for strained carriers. What do you mindless idiots expect? Neurotic people who have a brain that's microscopic now, that they can't even qualify for an IQ? I used to say that they had low IQs. I'm not sure they even qualify for an IQ now. And you're going to have these people all sealed into a tube with you that are trying to keep their space? It's just too preposterous to even have to go through right now. It's too preposterous to even have to address this. Honestly, folks. South Park creators sign massive $900 million deal. They're such smart asses. Those fucking guys. This is them right there. They're such fucking smart asses with their intrarectal digestion. When you put food up your rear end and then you poop it out of your mouth. They were fucking ridiculous. They're still fucking ridiculous. Although they've run their course. I don't know why they're giving them $1 billion. It says they're one of the richest people in TV history. Israel, quote, ready to attack Iran, unquote, as defense minister says we need to take military action. Talk about starting something you can't finish. Be careful, Israel. There's a lot of them around you. You understand? Launches airstrikes on Lebanon in response to rockets. What were those? Little bottle rockets? Huh? They went bam and poof, right? All those? You mean those? Those? Or the ones that the F-16 bombers drop that fucking go into rebar and fucking know what to do. Not your bottle rockets that are being shot at you. Not that they're not dangerous, I'm sure they are. But it's not like what they're carrying on those F-16s. Or Raptors, or whatever the hell they got over there in Israel from the Americans. Driverless semi-rig reaches milestone. Well, that's terrific to see some big fucking truck coming down with nobody in it. Wait till the first accident occurs. And you know it's coming. You know, the fly on the top of the sensor and the whatever, or some can of paint hit it or something, whatever. And that is it, fortunately. God bless you, folks. I am on the mark to go. Bye.